It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the Jaguars, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Oh, nice move. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Jaguars at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game, and nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he's got his big receiver, Robinson, for the Jacksonville touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags are on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down. Here's
a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Lawrence. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his big receiver, Robinson, for the Jacksonville touchdown. Allen Robinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Mayfield, his throw incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action now. Lawrence. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This now a 3rd and 4. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Allen Robinson with career touchdown number 60. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making. We're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ready. Ready.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
16-yard line.
Red. Cycle. Set.
They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's a screen for Robinson. And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Rolling to his right. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Let's go now.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready. Drill 3. Set cut.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
Touchdown! Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally... This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. This is caught by Hearns. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On play action, now Bortles. That's complete to Parker Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Here we go, sack. 18, Pioneer.
On play action, it's Bortles. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Now Bortles again. 20. He's got the first down and then some. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Parker Washington with an amazing diving catch. And the Jaguars have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass.
To the line to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Omaha, touch.
Now Jones. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again. And Passing is ugly. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, at least...
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense, out comes Cleveland. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. So we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Down. Striker, 3-3. Red, yellow. Set.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Jacksonville, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
And for Charles Davis and our entire